Which case file would you like to tackle?
Next one, Bloodbath. 2-star difficulty. I don't know. Seems like the 4th floor of this apartment complex is already pretty fucking bloody to begin with. Someone really needs to check on that. Honestly, I'm a little sus of the landlord. Landlords are all sus. But we'll go ahead and move on to this, I guess.
Loading bloodbath. Loading complete. Good luck.
A typically noisy detective's office became chillingly silent. The officers had not returned any calls, and there was no response on comms. Find out what happened. That's a little scary. September 25th, 1988, did that say? Oh. What? Before we look at anything, let's look at our questions. What is in the package by the exit? Was the gun the killer using standard issue? I assume that means standard as in typically issued to a police officer. Who died by the office doorway? Who was the dirty cop? How many people were murdered? Was Harry Baker in a reasonable state of mind? Yes or no? Which prisoner was in interrogation room number 1? Damn, they weren't kidding about this whole bloodbath shit. Oh my god, we got so many questions. This is supposed to be even more difficult than the previous cases. Those are a little bit rough. Okay. Package here. Ooh. Voided contraband. Okay. Due to current state and county policies, we're sorry to inform you that the package was not permitted to be sent out from any of our local offices until we gain clearance. To start the procedure and gain the right paperwork, make sure to call blah 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 blah. Okay, that doesn't help me. Ooh, we've had a number of recent complaints about drinking occurring throughout the offices. Due to the current influx of these complaints, we will address our stance here. Do not drink during work hours. Drinking is an adequate manner to elevate the stresses felt doing this job. We understand this and we will refuse any manner of taking that away from you. However, during work hours, we ask that you remain sober. Drinking inside the office is perfectly okay during lunch hours or off time. If anyone is caught drinking during hours, they will have a strike on their record. If one's work is determined to have taken a dip in productivity and we discover that consumption of alcohol is the cause, a strike will be placed on their record. Do good out there. Pound dinner celebration. Ooh. Cool. Oh dear. Today's morning and noon shift. Nakamura to unlock our squad racks and equipment room and unlock doors. Bolts to meet with department head. Baker to come in and finish report before additional meeting. Donuts coming in hot. Jimmy from 2 offices over is supplying today. Morning announcements on PA. Snyder and Bolts talk with department head. Expected call later today to Bolts from HR. Escort a prisoner 1 and 2 to respective interrogation cells. Transfer of keys to Snyder. Questioning of prisoners switch at 12:45. Lunch break begins. Harry is in charge of watching over prisoners. Lunch break is over. Baker meeting with department head. Reacquired apartment equipment check over by Bolts. Oh goddamn. Okay, so that's a lot of people. So the last question, which prisoner is in interrogation room 1? They have escorted prisoner 1 and 2 to respective interrogation cells, and then they switch at 12:45. So in interrogation room 1 should be prisoner 2, I think. Keep your issued sidearm on you at all times. Please do not leave it behind for someone else to mess with. You will share the blame. Please keep other standard issue equipment in your locker or vehicle. We don't expect you to carry your rifle or shotgun on you 24/7. The fact I have to say this is disheartening, but given that Jim had neither sidearm nor primary on him at the time of the Main Street shootout 2 weeks ago means that self-preservation must be recommended and enforced. Had Harry not been there, we would have lost a good man. Please supply yourself as your job requires. So, Harry is the guy mentioned in the question Was Harry Baker in a reasonable state of mind? Okay. So it seems like Harry saved Jim? Is that his name? Yeah, Jim. But that kind of makes it sound a little bit like Harry is the killer. Oh dear. August 12th, 1998. I've tried to send the package now from 3 different places, but they keep writing the stuff. I've even tried to just pay the guy to look the other way. Cannot send it. We rounded up a few of the downtown kids tonight. They were taking pot shots with their BB guns. Darren told me to cool down again. They shot out my rear view mirror. Still can't send the package out. At this point, Kyle will never get it. I hope he can understand. I've tried real hard this time to get things in order. I had to shoot a guy tonight. I'm going to the bar, or maybe I'll just roll about downtown and stare at the lights. This is Harry's? I'm sorry. I had to shoot someone again twice this week now. I'm sorry. It was a teen this time. Chief woke me up in my desk this morning. He asked me a day or two ago if he should be worried. I told him I was running okay. I don't like office duty. It'll probably be another month of this. I need help. I need to get out of here. All I do now is drink and write papers. There's nothing here. I still haven't talked to Kyle, and I'm stuck here doing these goddamn papers. Now I can only listen to Darren complain about things. Chief told me I cannot drink anymore in the office. It's affecting me. Bullshit. It's the only thing that can help me right now. I'm going to go crazy. If this is Harry, I don't think he was in a reasonable state of mind. I've been really testy again. I need to go to the bar, but I cannot do it right now. Need to be clean, even if only just for another few days. I don't want it to end like it did last time. The only good thing is now I can go do what I want. My flight leaves tomorrow evening. I ain't staying around here. I need to meet with him face to face. That was yesterday, because today's September 25th. Ooh, only direct evidence sub for now. I don't know whose cubicle this is. My guess is Harry. Okay. Ooh. Happy birthday, Kyle. I hope you enjoyed turning 15. I know your mother likely threw a great party. I hope you had a good time with your friends. I'm sorry that I missed your birthday. I had tickets, but there was a last-minute incident over here that I had to take care of. Next time, I promise to be there. I'm sorry. I hope this gift reaches you in time and you can enjoy it. Oh! That wasn't like contraband or something. It was a gift for his kid. I may not always have been there in the past 15 years, make that evident, but I want to pass this on to you. It was given to me. This has been in our family now for many, many generations now. I belong to your great-great-grandfather, Bartholomew Baker. I hope that you can use this as an inspiration to pass it on eventually to your own children. I may not be there, but our family is. Harry Baker. So Kyle is his son. Wait, so then I tried to send the package out from 5 different places, but they keep voiding the stuff. I even tried to pay the guy to look the other way, cannot send it. Where was the... Still can't send the package out at this point. Kyle will never get it. I hope he understands. Oh, Kyle is his son. Was it like a baseball bat? He seems to be a baseball fan. It looks pretty baseball bat shaped. Or maybe a gun. Really, who's to say? It does say contraband. Maybe it was a gun. Yeah, he was trying to send it to his son Kyle there. Okay. Wait, so then... Why does Harry have this card? Does it keep coming back with the gift? Maybe it keeps coming back with the gift. Damn. Oh my god, there's so many post-it notes. Mom's number. Mom's name is Jasmine. Ask him if he can take call. Call her back next week. School says call back tomorrow. School says no records on history. Plane leaves tomorrow. Get plane ticket. So they still won't talk. Send flowers. Yeah, if this is Harry's cubicle, it doesn't seem like he was okay. Prize for winning. Enemy sharpshooting. State competition of 1994. Always keep it loaded and you'll go far. Oh. Oh. Well. Which one is this? That is 9mm Toretta? Oh, today we're learning all again about how, I don't know, diddly dick about guns! So which one? Fuck, I don't know. There's a bunch of guns taken down from here. Trent 58E, okay. You know, I'm trying to figure out whoever had what type of gun. Having all this guns and ammunition around it don't help. Bartholomew Baker. Oh, it was a gun! The package is a gun. Which, you know, now I kind of get why they're not letting him send it through the mail. The office door. Oh, yep. This was Harry's office, indeed. There's a name plaque literally right here. So is this Harry? Was Harry the one who died by the office doorway? It looks like he might have been like in the middle of cleaning or something, cleaning his gun, and then he got up, and then, Harry was not well. I feel a little bad. I kind of made a snap decision that, you know, maybe if anyone was gonna be the killer, he might have been. And he was definitely not having a good time, but he didn't, like, doesn't seem like, at least. He just snapped and killed everyone in the office. He's writing so many post-it notes, like he can't remember anything. Oh dear. Oh. MacArthur Road Incident Case Report. Regarding morning incident on MacArthur Road in Main Street. Oh, this is the Main Street incident. Detective Nakamura and I witnessed two young kids stealing some identified baggies by the gas station. While Suspect 1 and Suspect 2 were assumed to have been underage from just their appearance. We caught up to Suspect 1, but Suspect 2 ran. Is this Jim? I pursued while Nakamura cuffed Suspect 1. Suspect 2 ran for a white van at the other end of the nearby parking lot. Suspect 3, the older Caucasian male, was inside the van. When he saw me chasing the kid, he turned the vehicle off and proceeded to raise his arms into the air. Suspect 2 pulled a pistol at this point while running. I fired 3 shots. By the time he turned to face me, 2 bullets lodged themselves in his throat, and 1 got his right hand. I don't believe at the time of this initial report that he was able to fire a shot, but I'm unsure and awaiting further evidence. I've requested Suspect 2's firearm to be examined for gunpowder residue, and Suspect 2's hands to be examined as well. General officers eventually arrived on the scene alongside EMS. Suspect 2 bled out before me. EMS was unable to stabilize him. Suspect 1 and Suspect 3 were escorted to the county station by officers. So this was the second person he had to kill. And then this was the incident on Main Street that was mentioned in the notice on the board where they were like, hey, keep your standard issue weapons on you at all times. I received a question from another officer on the scene, and I want to answer it here in writing. Nakamura's method of detaining Suspect 1 may seem to have been brutal, and I cannot say that I personally saw the arrest, but the suspect in general was uncooperative. The bruises and the such may or may not have already been on the suspect prior to our encounter. Uh-oh, we got some police brutality going on? I'm unsure, and I'd rather simply say that just because Nakamura's aggressiveness has been noted in the past, that it may not have been the cause for the wounds for this particular case. Suspect 1 will be questioned by us early tomorrow. Suspect 3 will be questioned in 3 days. If I am pulled from this case due to the incident, I request that Detective Snyder or Bolts be given overview of the downtown operations. Nakamura has been overly hasty on the previous 2 cases, showing questionable judgment, and though I trust him, I'd rather a more senior officer replace me. I just kind of want to have a little scan around because we also need to figure out how many people died. Oh my god. Holy shit. 2, 3, 4. Oh, this is rough. I'm like actually getting chills. 5, 6. Oh gosh. Witness report. Samuel Mendoza Grant. Mr. Grant was questioned lightly due to being second cousins of victim number 3. He's currently not suspected of anything. Desired knowledge of victim number 3 and suspect number 14. Only real physical tie to case is his car resembled eyewitness description of car make and model. However, his color does not match. Invalid. Wait, what? Ela Christine Morsk? Mrs. Morsk was brought in due to relation to witness number 2. Sister, current concern of reliability of witness number 2's testimony from 1987. Sister was able to confirm suspicions about the testimony. Invalid report. Check with partner for issues. Okay. So that's from Snyder? Okay. Scott has now been questioned 3 times prior. Each time his testimony is made unlikely due to further witness references. He's the second suspect, not able to arrest him yet, but he's a perfect fit so far. His only out was that his job times checked out back then. We had severe issues when a friend of a friend came forward after sitting on info for 5 years. This person only came forward after Mike found a gun, evidence number 129, on this person during a traffic stop. Issues that this man could only have gotten the firearm from Scott, just post to Scott's time for the... Huh? I don't understand any of this. We'll come back to that a bit later. You are a cop. Your duty is to the great people of this town. Your duty does not end after 5 p.m. A cab! Let's look around the rest of the office before we do anything else. Hi. Who is this? This is Nakamura. Okay. Oh my god. Everybody got so many post-it notes. I thought that would have just been a Harry thing. No, that's apparently an everybody thing. Harry wants answers yesterday. Great. Ask Harry about Jay's case. Don't answer calls today. Nakamura was the one who was there for the Main Street incident. Ugh, new medication today. Not like the old stuff I was using. It's got a bit more of a kick to it. I know my doctor told me to likely avoid this if I'm on anything else, but he said it was a great alternative if I start to notice a dip in the other medicine. It seems to be doing fine. I don't notice any difference just yet, but it gets the job done. My headache is still there, though. Well, I don't feel so weird anymore. I think it's good. So far, so good. The headaches are just dull. I think it's just another fine day. The whispering stopped. It's only been a week, but I can say this got the job done just fine. My headaches are still there, but they hardly compare to the normal ones. My trial amount ran out today. Bought some pain reliever to help the layover until I can get another bottle in 2 days. I don't know why they always have to drip feed the amount. Yeah, I really hope this isn't some type of like, you know, a police officer has some type of mental disorder and that caused him to go kill everybody. Nothing on the 9th. I almost collapsed when I finally got the stuff yesterday. It's a fast actor, however, came a little late though, so I could get worse stuff to quiet down. And now it's completely normal again. I'm stretching a little to make sure I can pay for this next time because it works 100%. It is hampering my other expenses, however. Almost had an issue, didn't take one as an experiment yesterday. I think even by the end of the day, Baker was a little concerned. Feels good, no issues to report today. You know, I think that the prior medicine was just putting me off. You could tell me green men had taken over the government and I would have bought it. Had to buy another bottle in the morning. Completely out of money though. I'm going to have to start a second job or something to help pay for my issues. Thumbs up again. I can't find the medicine. I left it in my car. Now it's gone. I've been doing fine for the most part. I need to find it again, at least before my issues crop up again. My headaches have already returned. I just don't want to hear the voices. This is the day before the Main Street incident. Where Nakamura was suspected of some type of police brutality. So, yeah, September 22nd, the day after he wasn't on his medicine. Oh, is this an old notice? Oh, this is an old notice. 8th of October, 1996. The year currently is 98. Average drowning time? Huh? I'm in for next month. Oh. Is this the standard issue? Beacon bell toll .40. Thepatomy? Late onset schizophrenia. No, please tell me he's not the killer. Oh no. Don't be one of these. Please, dear God, don't be one of these. Composition book? It's not a composition book, it's a composition book. Okay. I forgot my wallet today at home. I couldn't enter the office until Richard opened the door for me. I wish I had him as a partner. He never complains. He's just quiet and gets things done. He next to never talks at all. At least I can't remember any time off the top of my head. Harry's quiet, but in a way that makes you worry from time to time, especially when he's really drunk. Cannot pay off my rent this month and need money really soon, like hella soon. Mike doesn't have a kind shred in his heart. Was an ass about lunch the other day, too. The fat tub of lard came in panting today during lunch. I told him to try using pig insulin instead. He spat at me. I don't really care. He tried to jip me again. Oh, I don't like that. I thought him getting offended might make him think about my situation and how he might be able to relate, but it obviously didn't work. Richard walked in today. He just stared at my poster for a bit before leaving. Maybe I can talk to him and see if he'll back me up and get our entire office upgraded. I've been wanting that gun for a while now. I can just taste it. Oh, so the beacon bell toll, it's not the current standard issue. No, is that going to answer the question? Like if Nakamura was the killer, he was using that gun he has the poster of, which isn't standard issue. Please, I don't want Nakamura to be the killer. I really, really don't want him to be the killer. Sometimes broken gun, like fancy features are what I want. Beanbag, beanbag. Where are you? Tired money speaks. Stiff and tired. Basketball. Refineries. Good night. This is the day of the Main Street incident. I'm really sorry. I'm still unable to find the medicine. I wrote word salad in the afternoon, it seems. I'm doing better after taking my cocktail of pills. Richard broke his gun, that's why he came in yesterday. I'll ask the chief again if we can get a special order, and I want something like my fancy baby to be standard issue. I wouldn't mind something even crazier, like the revolvers that Harry has on his walls. But maybe that's going too far. I'm only worried that Harry would get one of these suckers. He's already kill shot with one of the pea shooters. I got pulled in by the chief today. He asked me about Harry. Seems like they're just doing a general evaluation. I answered pretty casually. They asked if I knew about any evidence going missing recently. I'm able to say confidently that it wasn't Harry. I've only seen him party hard with booze anyways. I now think I'm seeing a unique pattern in the rug. It's helped me clear my head and think about certain people. Still, the medicine is gone, and I don't like thinking like this. My headaches are back in full swing. September 24th is the day before. They took Harry out of our case. They put in Michael Schneider. Schneider? I hate that man. I cannot accept this. I refuse to ever work with him again, and I will force them to realize this. Somebody will understand. He's been cruel in some stuff recently, too. Keeps making jokes about issues that the others still haven't clued in on. If he makes another one of those jokes, I'm going to blow a casket. I hate him so much, and the position I'm in makes me feel like shit. Oh. Planner? Okay. Do not so good at planning. It's okay, buddy. I've been there. Really, really, really hope Nakamura isn't the killer. I'm gonna be real mad if he is. No, whose office is this? Richard Dick Bolts. Okay. Highway Patroller of the Year, Richard Nicholas Bolts. Cool. Well, that's what Richard Bolts looks like, so we know what one of these fuckers looks like. Wilder Ammunition Copperhead family. Okay. Laws and regulations of the state of Nevada. Alcoholism. An addiction to consumption of alcoholic liquor or the mental illness and compulsive behavior resulting from alcoholic dependency. This must be properly observed for a set amount of time before action may be used against the offending officer. Why does he have that highlighted? Is it because of Harry? Y'all better not fuck with Harry, I swear to God. Even though Harry is probably dead. I'm gonna try real hard not to think about that. Planner. Check over file reports about case, gun range, meeting with new witness for case 2, report about meeting yesterday and meeting today, lunch. Open office in the morning with Mike, open all equipment lockers, call witness number 3 for case 1, general meeting in office. Okay, and then the 24th, shopping for office, request new firearm. Turn keys over to Nakamura. Open up for the morning. Nakamura today, not me. Keys already given. Meet with Carl, Tristan. Lunch. Report about a meeting yesterday. So many people are dead. Mike Snyder. We still don't have any indication who the dirty cop is. This kind of fucking blows. So many things. August 22nd. Baker just broke his 2-month separation from booze, drank through most of his fridge the other day. He gave me a bottle as long as I kept him company. I was glad enough to do so. I think Clara would like him, but he's too offensive to have around the kids. Hand that new folder to Dick tomorrow. He's authorizing something for case 2. Sounds like we have someone who's coming in to talk. Have enough money on the side now to buy Clara that nice dress. I think Clara was the name in the demo of the character who became Jessica. As if they didn't already make it more confusing, switching all the name around. Baker keeps laughing each time I ask the guys to grab donuts. I think his frustration is starting to bleed through. His last case hasn't had a breakthrough because Naka keeps dragging his feet, and since Baker himself is actually forced to stay in here. Grab Carl Tristan for questioning. We may have a break. Bits of evidence that should have been brought forward a decade ago. Also, don't trust Nakamura until you know that he actually has his wallet on him. He keeps muttering how it's not his fault when he's asking for something that he cannot pay for. I'm not a charity. Sometimes we fail the right people. Looking at the stuff we have, Tristan should be a free man. He's been left behind and lost a decade and a half of his life. Just poof, gone. We're going to try and get somebody just above to hear us out. It'll take time, but he can handle it. He has a tough soul. It's now $50 for the entire package. And it's not like there's much in there in the first place. The thing is always light as a damn feather. Disgusting, shitty, slimy, shady. They know I need it, and they're gonna ride me for every penny. This isn't something recreational, for crying out loud. My life actually depends on this. I had a good laugh when I went with Baker and Nakamura for lunch. Baker barely smiled, but I think he liked being out of the office. Nakamura just nodded a lot, acts like he can actually follow a discussion, stupid moron, like a dog or something. I made him pay for the lunch. I ain't paying after he stiffed me last week. I went shooting with Dick today. His standard carry broke. If only I could get the security feed for that. I'd been pestering about requesting a new one for another week. Okay. So who is it? Is it Bolts? Is that who it is? Yeah, this guy. If he's the killer, he also didn't have his standard carry. September 24th. I think I'll be able to have a good rapport with Phil. Seems like he's grown in the area. He was arrested with our team's hockey jersey on, but also like 30 pounds of marijuana. Seems to be a decent guy from his wife and brother's statements. Just down on his luck, he's also using a little of what he was dealing. That's rule number 1, just don't touch what you sell. It always makes things harder, but at least I have a few jokes that I think he'll be able to laugh at. I just have to make sure Nakamura doesn't screw with this. He needs to keep quiet when I'm trying to connect with Phil. We're not doing any sort of act. We're keeping everything straight. This feels like Snyder is the dirty cop. He's doing it again. He's taking over my shit. He's stealing the case for himself now. What the hell is this? He's still going through my reports before turning his in. Why is he always doing this shit to me? Whose handwriting is this? Why is he still reporting my files to Harry? Oh. Oh. So I think we can confidently say Snyder's not the killer. Harry's not the killer. Whoever wrote that seems to have snapped. It seems like everyone has their own distinct handwriting. Ew. Grocery list. S is an F. Make sure to order another delivery by tomorrow. Supply already running low. Look for cheap stuff if push comes to shove. Okay, so I think definitely Snyder is the dirty cop. He's doing some stuff on the side that he should not be. It couldn't be either of the suspects, because I think both of the suspects that were actively being interrogated also got killed. Oh, pfft. I'll shut the clock. Why? That looks, we got 2 different bullet types being shot throughout the walls. As if this wasn't already complicated enough. Ah! Okay, so what questions can we answer? What is in the package by the exit? That is the gun that Harry was trying to send to his son Kyle. Was the gun standard issue? I'm gonna guess no, probably. I feel like based on, since Harry's office was right here, he was most likely the one who died by the office doorway, unfortunately. The dirty cop was Snyder. 6 people were murdered. Was Harry Baker in a reasonable state of mind? No. And which prisoner is in interrogation room 1? That would be prisoner number 2. So, I guess for all intents and purposes, we can technically go ahead and answer all the questions, even though I don't think we really have a solid answer on who the killer is. Wait, do I need a name? Do I need to put the prisoner's name in? Oh, fuck me. Peter? His name was Peter Jose. Maybe that's it? Which prisoner was Peter? This is probably gonna be all wrong. All so very wrong. Oh dear. 2 out of 7! Ouch! Was Harry Baker in a reasonable state of mind? Bestie, I highly disagree! So Harry was the one who died by the office doorway. That's correct. The dirty cop is Snyder. The gun the killer used was standard issue? Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. What gives? Unless, like, one of these guys shot themselves. This one doesn't have any blood. Ooh. Who was this? We didn't look at this before. Is this Snyder's? This looks like Snyder's. Okay, well, let's change that to rifle. I guess the gun was standard issue. Harry died by the office doorway. Snyder was the dirty cop. Let's try 5 people murdered, because maybe one of them didn't actually die. I still don't think Harry Baker was in a reasonable state of mind, but oh well. Prisoner 2. I don't know. 4 out of 7. Getting better. Slowly. What? Do I need, like, the specific name of the gun? And still that's wrong. So literally the only ones that got fixed were the yes or no that we... God! Don't know how I'm supposed to figure that out. Hello? What? Put that back. Don't need that. Oh. Okay. Well, that's where Snyder's keeping his stash. Cool beans. Wait, what? Why is there's a bloody bullet just sitting here on the desk? Somebody got shot and then maybe yanked a bullet out? Well, that's something. That's the same type of bullets that are over here. Not the same type of ones that are over here, though. I don't know what types of bullets do what. That's... Oh. But the biggest thing that's kind of boggling my mind is how I'm getting the number wrong and how many people were murdered. Wilder, Copperhead family. Okay, so... were there bullet casings somewhere? I don't remember if there were any bullet casings somewhere on the ground. It was bolts? Wait. Bolts fired a whole... yeah, it looks like he just stood here in this spot, maybe, and then just popped off a bunch of rounds. Because the shell casings here are the same type of ammunition for the box he has in his desk. Wait, so if I imagine these were the ones fired by the killer, possibly? Because we don't have the whole bullet intact. We just have the casing. And then we got these bullets here that are stuck in the wall. But then these types of bullets, it's the same that Harry has at his desk, I think. That's a problem. We don't know what gun is supposed to be standard issue. And there's like 1,000,003 guns around here. Or mentions of guns and posters of guns and bullets of ammunition of different types. It's just... we don't know what's standard issue. So I don't know what's what. I ain't got no idea. I'm gonna be so real. Is it a flag, maybe? Because whatever it is, it's apparently contraband. That's why the thing's not sending. I'm gonna feel like a real ding-dong when I actually figure out what the fuck it is, aren't I? Is it a sword? I feel like it's gotta be a weapon of some kind. It's not a gun. Probably not a flag, because what type of flag would be contraband? Sword, maybe? Is it a sword? Bitch. Okay. We on a roll. Now we gotta figure out how many people were murdered, because apparently I can't count. Oh. Susan Bolt's payday and loans. Is that his wife? Oh. Nakamura bugged me today after lunch about if Susan could offer a smaller type deal, but I told him that she wouldn't. He wants petty change enough to buy fountain drinks and ramen, probably. Susan already expressed that she wasn't interested unless he had enough to pay off his already late rental charges and then some. I told him to just harass Mike for some change, if it's just for snacks and shit like that. I mean, he's always got cash just lying around. I know Mike might not help, given his dislike for the guy, but it'd be worth a try. Nakamura just turned and left. Seems like that put him in one of his moods. It's been a long day. There's just been so much going on in our current case. Both Mike and I hit the mother lode. This is the holy witness we've been waiting for. She's going to break the entire case against Carl Tristan. From here, notes we can read that the 11 kilograms of BDP39, I don't fucking know, that the company was transporting was switched out at the last second for another trucker. Tristan didn't mishandle the insider stuff. He was either set up or a very unfortunate victim of pure coincidence. Whatever it is, this is evidence enough for us to pull this out of the fridge and grab any warrants that we will need. Is Carl Tristan... Is he the prisoner? Because there was some mention from someone, I don't even remember who, there's too many people, about someone who spent like a decade in jail when they shouldn't have. I just need Baker to not keel over and die. I found him on the corner of Swiss and Baker's this morning. He was a complete wreck, dragged him here in the car. He's a liability right now. That evidence for his case a few weeks back went missing. I'm 90% sure he just partied all night with the final portion of it. Nakamura may be the largest hiring blunder we had in the last decade, but if Harry doesn't shape up and stop running afoul of then, even Nakamura may seem like a decent partner. And if this goes on just a little more, we'll have to really confront him. Note, have the back seat washed before the party next week. I'd rather that Nakamura and Mike not constantly try and get in each other's way. The bickering is constant on most normal days. They are often testy after their individual morning walks. I think they likely run into each other and fight. Today is exactly one of those days. They come back in at the same time and we're complaining about something that I care too little to understand. I really did try and ease the tension, but Mike was playing hard-ass. Hell, it got to the point that Nakamura got quiet. It set Mike off, and he understood to shut up. Baker just watched the entire show. He was waxing his swords. I guess that was the hint that he had a sword in there. He gets some type of sick pleasure watching all this. I can feel it. If Nakamura is the nutcase, then Baker is the lost cause. I got to meet him today. He looked healthy, seems fine. He's unusually well for someone in his shoes, rather kind for someone who's had all their stuff taken from them. The bank literally got rid of all his possessions. His health is good, and he's showing no signs of a relapse from his prior issues. Okay. Baker was yanked from his case this morning. Mike is now in charge of the questioning of Philip Clements tomorrow. Oh, wait. May you join me a little later with Carl? Okay, so I think it's either Carl or Philip who is the prisoner in the interrogation. From what I've heard, the man's just going to get some potentially heavy charges, but they're also offering a massive deal if he happens to just babble long enough about his friends out on the streets. I don't think Mike is very excited. I think he respected Baker enough that he's peeved at all of this. He never liked Darren since he fudged the big case last year. Those two together will be messy. Baker was passive, a little too passive. He immediately ordered a plane ticket over the phone. Lots of mumbling. He's been acting off since his last shootout. Some of these bullets, like these, that killed Harry, I'm pretty sure they're the Wilder bullets. The 9mm Wilder, which we have here, which we have the box for in Dick's office. Dick Bolts. We have the box here. And the fact that there's a whole bunch of them, like in this one concentrated area here, that kind of gets me thinking he just stood here and pow, 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 like all that. Like I said, we also got some copperhead rounds. Which maybe, like that one? Oh, maybe... I don't think Harry could... Harry? Oh, wait. Oh. Oh, the bullet's facing from this direction. So it's like Harry was standing here. Maybe with his gun, and he shot. Possibly. And then he died. And then there's also the bloody copperhead bullet here, which maybe the killer got shot and yanked it out, something like that, because I don't think there are many other copperhead rounds. There's that one in the clock, and then I think that's it for the copperhead rounds. Most of the ones in the walls, like here and then over here, they're all the Wilder shots. It does make sense that the killer just stood here and fired off a whole bunch of shots. And if those were the rounds that were being used, it had to have been bolts. Yeah, because these bullets are also coming in from the side there. So these bullets were shot Like from over here, kinda? Not from this direction or anything. Yeah, it feels like Harry came in trying to stop the killer. And just got himself shot too. So that, I guess, also means with this bloody bullet here, the killer got hit. I wonder if the killer got shot and maybe died at the scene, I wonder if that would take one off for the murder count. And then also maybe in that combined with this one here doesn't have any blood, which is still really confusing, and I don't quite understand why, if there's no blood, why is there an outline of a potential body here? So if we remove this one, and if one of these, maybe that one, is meant to be the killer who just got killed by someone in self-defense or something, then maybe that would make it 4? Would that be 4 people who got murdered? You know, I never really thought about this blood trail here. This was not something that I... Hold the phone. Hold on a minute. No. Okay. Well, what this looks like, whoever the killer is, I'm still not 100% sure. I was kind of leaning towards bolts just because of the box of ammo he has in his office, but I'm not 100% convinced. So whoever the killer was, I guess they maybe got shot in the leg by Harry, dug the bullet out. Maybe they came over here and kind of did a self-unalive. Okay, who was doing the interrogating? I think we had a schedule here that doesn't really tell me who was with who, except that Harry wasn't involved there. Also, because we learned he was taken off the case from whatever paper said he was taken off the case. We read that somewhere. Meet with Carl Tristan. Mike's gonna join a little bit late. Carl Tristan is one of the prisoners, isn't he? So, it was Bolts and Snyder were 2 of the people who were doing the interrogating, I think? Okay, so since the clock was shot, I wonder if that indicates it stopped on the time everything happened. I'm just realizing Mike has money scattered all around his office. Bro, you so sus! You're so sus. Don't leave your cocaine at work. Oh my god. Wait. Prepare the case they put in Michael Snyder. I hate that man. I can't accept this. No! Please don't tell me the thing I was worried about happening actually did happen. Oh no. I guess something I also haven't really thought of is why the fuck is this file cabinet here on the ground? Someone, like, really just straight up snapped who was already in here. And this window is shattered. This one is not. So I would imagine that whoever the killer was, they must have started in here and then moved out here. Switch at 12:45. But it wasn't 12:45 yet. It was just before 12:45. If the clock stopped, you know, when everything started happening. So they hadn't switched yet. It's interesting that these chairs are like all neat and pushed in. These ones are very, very not. These chairs are all over the fucking place. This room is a bit more of a mess. Oh, was this dude still... Oh, he was still handcuffed to the chair, wasn't he? Oh, that's rough, my dude. I feel like there's a piece of evidence somewhere that explains more who was with who. Where do I find that? This outline has no blood. And I'm trying to figure out how I want to word this. Like, this guy just kind of looks like he sort of just laid down, maybe? Or just kind of like that. Not like, you know, somebody who got shot. If that makes sense. But I mean, I feel like they wouldn't put an outline there unless there was a body there. So I guess maybe he died in some other way. He wasn't handcuffed in yet. The coffee is on that side? Okay. Now, Snyder made some mention about talking with Philip. There's some type of like cocaine business going on here that Snyder was involved in. Now, I have never partaken in such substances. However, I do know that it quite gets your heart racing. A lot. Did this dude's like heart explode from a combination of like caffeine and cocaine? And then maybe like the shock of all this bullshit? How fucking embarrassing for you, my guy. There's a shootout happening and you die, but you don't even die from getting shot. Getting done in by some fucking coffee and drugs. He had a heart attack, hence why his arm was on his chest. Okay. Yep. I figured there was something weird about why there was no blood here. I don't know if the heart attack or whatever prompted some type of thing, or maybe it happened afterwards. But in Nakamura's journal, it specifically said that if Snyder makes some other type of comment, he is gonna blow a casket. I don't know exactly what happened, but I feel like something happened that set off Nakamura, which really, really sucks, because he wasn't on his medication, and I really hate that this game is going with that angle, that a mentally ill person just snaps and commits a mass murder, but whatever. And then, so, he killed Mike, I guess, maybe, and then maybe came out here to maybe kill witnesses or something. What's his butt over here had a heart attack. Harry heard and tried to stop him, but Harry also got killed. Nakamura got hit, took out the bullet, and then unalived himself. So then, if we're going with the question how many people were murdered, one was self-inflicted, one was a heart attack, so not a murder, I guess, technically. But then there's 6 outlines. Take out 2 of those. I guess that would be 4 murdered. 4. Still don't know how Harry Baker's in a reasonable state of mind. Which prisoner was in interrogation room 1? Philip? I think he was the drug guy, if I recall. There's far too many names here. Oh. Hello. Whose death do you think is the most tragic? I'm kind of torn between Nakamura and Harry. Because Harry, he was clearly struggling and he was trying to make things better with his son, and he had that plane ticket where I forget where he was going. I think he was going to go visit his son like the day after. But Nakamura, obviously, like the mental health system completely failed him and he wasn't getting the help he needed. He wasn't able to pay for his medication. I think I'm gonna go with Harry. 6 out of 7? What? Which prisoner was in interrogation room 1? The other one was Carl.
Which case file would you like? Loading bloodbath.
Wait, 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 wait. Hold on. No. Carl. Wait, Carl was the dude who was like in prison for a decade unfairly. Wait, no, hold up. Wait. It was Carl who died of the heart attack. Oh my god. Okay. On the afternoon of September 25th, around 12:30 p.m., Darren Nakamura and Michael Snyder were interrogating Philip Clements in interrogation room 2. Harry Baker was in his office cleaning Richard Boltz's broken pistol, having just been relieved of active duty. Richard Boltz was sitting down with Carl Tristan in interrogation room 1, waiting for the other interrogation to end. Darren had not received his required dose of medicine to deal with his oncoming schizophrenia. As he sat with Michael Snyder, a man who he already deeply hated, he heard enough jokes at what he personally believed were at his expense. He snapped and began shooting his colleague before standing and shooting the suspect in interrogation room 2. In a rage, he then stormed out, blockading the observation room. So he was in interrogation room 2. Okay. Harry Baker heard the gunshots at 12:34 p.m. and began to scramble to find a usable weapon in his office cubicle. Remembering that Richard Boltz was nearby, Nakamura began to walk towards the other interrogation room. As Nakamura approached the other interrogation room, Harry Baker finished loading his revolver in his office cubicle. Harry Baker cracked the door to the observation room and took a few shots at Nakamura. At this point, the clock was struck by a stray bullet, making it display its final time of 12:35 p.m. Nakamura quickly returned fire and shot numerous times back at his partner. Oh, that's right, they were partners. Both Nakamura and Harry were hit, with Nakamura getting lucky and shooting Harry in a vital spot. Harry Baker slumped in the office doorway and proceeded to bleed out, dying at 12:40 p.m. Nakamura limped over to a nearby desk and pulled out the bullet that Harry shot him with. His injuries were large enough that he knew he would die by bleeding out. Nakamura then saw Richard still in interrogation room 1 with Carl Tristan, the suspect that had been falsely imprisoned years ago. It had been 10 minutes since Nakamura had begun his rampage, but he was not about to calm down just yet. Remembering that Richard never truly helped him with money. Oh, that's right. Because Richard's wife was like a loan agent or something, and Richard refused to help. Nakamura stumbled to the door. Richard attempted to charge him, but he was shot in the head. After Richard fell down dead, Nakamura stumbled and collapsed against a nearby wall, sitting below a clock that Harry had accidentally shot during their crossfire. Carl Tristan, old and with a weak heart, began to have a heart attack and toppled to the ground, dying around 12:55 p.m. Okay, I changed my answer. I think Carl's death is the most tragic. That's gotta suck. Like, they just found out he was in prison for 10 years when he wasn't supposed to be. And this was his chance to now get out, and then he has a heart attack and dies. Overlooking the carnage that he had created and hearing the dying breaths of Carl Tristan, Nakamura began to calm down. Surrounded by dead colleagues and former friends, he decided to take his own life before he bled out. It's estimated that he sat against the wall for 15 minutes before taking his own life. Shit. Damn.